chunk a deuce, or you can give me that. You can play it cool like you don't know how to act. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can stay broke, or you can make it stack. You can chunk a deuce, or you can give me that. You can play it cool like you don't know how to act.
Once again, you already know, that's Grimm.
That's Shadow.
And you at the Grimm and Shadow show, man. We love everybody that's going on, man. Paul, I was telling them, I know you was chiming in. We got David Hinojosa coming in the next segment. Right. And he's going to tell a story about, you know, how we used to go to Aztecas and we used to do the, you know, the little, you know, they used to have a little club up there. You know how, remember, we used to go up there and do little shows, or they had the rap battle contests, or you know, stuff like that. So
where was that at? On Alabama or Richmond or?
Nah, it was on Richmond. It was on Richmond Avenue.
Oh right, that's right.
And it had no parking lot, right? It didn't have no parking. You know what I'm saying? But man, their margaritas were the most potent margaritas. In fact, my wife and I, we used to have to count straws because we had to know that we didn't get beyond about 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, that was the trick. That was
the trick. You know what I'm saying? So we used to count the straws, put them to the side.
I never thought of that one.
Yeah, dude. I had to count the straws because we like, hey, because y'all think about the third one, you're like, man, how many did I just have? Like, and you already, man. I think he used to put Everclear, you know what I'm saying, instead of tequila. But man, those things were potent, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Juan Visoso, the owner, and Letty, they ran it, and they had you know, of course, that's how we got to know Omar Visoso and his younger brother Oscar. Oscar Visoso was the bartender, man, and unfortunately we lost him this past year. And you know, R.I.P. to him. And my boy David Hinojosa, man, he hit me on the DM like we ask our followers, you know, just give us the stories, you know what I'm saying, of anything that, you know, it triggers, you know what I'm saying, with our music or anything like that. And he hit me up, and man, I was like, man, that is the perfect intro story to, you know, letting our fans come in and tell their stories. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm keeping an eye on the clock, man, and you gotta let me know, man. But we're gonna pull him in at the 9:15 segment. We also, I know you gotta.
No, but before we get to that story, remember we was talking about oh man, what was that we were talking about when we went to Corpus?
Oh yeah,
what was it?
we was talking about that one time we had 2 shows in one day, right?
Oh right, that's right. Okay.
And Carlos had just Carlos had just got that limousine, that white limousine, right? And I think it was
that's right. Yeah.
You remember saying?
He would take it on the road. He would drive it all the way from Houston down to Corpus.
Yeah.
And then from Corpus to oh my God.
Yeah.
And how many people? I don't even remember.
Oh man, we used to pack that damn thing, man. You know what I'm saying? And who was the limo driver? Remember, he had the name. He had the most hated tattooed in his back of his head. What was his dog? He's gonna be mad if he sees this, because I remember his name, man. But I'm losing it right now. You know what I'm saying? But
I can see his face.
Yeah, he looked white, but he was Mexican, and he bald headed.
I just seen him in some.
Oh my God! It's pissing me off that I don't know his name. If y'all know who his name is, man.
I just seen him in some pictures that I was going through. I know who you're talking about, man. Well,
he was driving. I think he was driving a limo, and we went to Corpus. We had like a day show, like at 2:00 in Corpus. Early show. And Major Riley was with us, Lo G, Rashid, it was me, you, I think Bash was there, Juan Gotti, you know what I'm saying? We had the whole clique.
Yeah, it was everybody. It was everybody. It was everybody.
And in fact, we was hyped up because it was like a little show in Corpus, and then we were getting ready to do a show at the Sunset Station.
Gino,
that's what it's there, yeah. So we were doing a show that's right, Monster. So we were doing a show we were hyped up because we were going to do a show again, because we would always go to the Sunset Station in San Antonio. And it was always hype. It was always hype in that show. You know what I'm saying? Man, they showed us a lot of love in San Antonio. Peace out.
We started drinking early, though.
We started drinking early. We started drinking early.
We started drinking.
Yeah, we started drinking, and Major Riley, He was drinking some whiskey or something. He was getting toasted.
No, he was actually drinking my Crown.
But that's the whiskey.
A couple of bottles of Crown.
Yeah,
and I had one for Corpus and one for San Antonio. So in the one in Corpus, we really didn't get to drink all much because it was so fast. So we went out there, did the show. You know, it was kind of good. So we drank a little bit of that, drank most of it on the way back. I mean, went on the way to San Antonio.
On the way to San Antonio.
And then when we got there, of course, you pulled up to the back of Sunset Station, which is right next to, for all those know that it was right next to the Alamo Dome. You know, they got the little spot that was right there. That had it was a cool little place.
Actually, I remember we stopped at Walmart, and DJ Lobo, rest in peace, DJ Lobo, we would always do what was called a bird bath. And then we would go into the Walmart, and Carlos would buy his next setup. He'd go buy his Dickies and his white tee and the bandana, you know what I'm saying, his loafs. And we go into the restroom, and we'd all take a bath in the sink. We do like a little bird bath, you know what I'm saying? So Lobo, man, hey, peace to Lobo, because he was king of that shit. He'd have all this shit, the towels and everything. But anyway, so we go to Walmart, we get to the venue, and we there, and it's kind of like still midday, right? The show's not until later on that evening, so we in the back chilling, smoking, drinking, the whole night. But here's the story, dog. Man, dog, so Carlos would go on last, obviously. And of course, Low G, Rashid, they would go on with Carlos, you know what I'm saying? And you would get on with Carlos. So Major Riley, he would usually break the ice. And he would go on first.
He would usually go on first or whoever. Whoever was
after there, he was our first,
could be Hillwood, it could be Hillwood Hustlers, it could be.
Right. Could have been, you know what I'm saying, 24/7, you know what I'm saying? But this particular day, it was his turn, and he was supposed to break the ice. So he goes out there, man, and we all in the back, and we getting the thing ready. We trying to get the show list ready. And man, dude, all of a sudden, we just hear him saying, "What's up?" He's going out, he's saying to the crowd, he's like, "Yeah, dope house," and everything. And the crowd is cheering, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he says, "What's going on, Corpus Christi?" And man, all we heard was, "Boo! And man, dude, me and Carlos were in the back, dude. We were in the back of the damn thing, and we heard it all, right? And Carlos's face, dude, it just fucking, it went from like a frown to like, next you know, we were just cracking up, dude. Because poor Major. Major Riley, he's out there by himself, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, what's going on? He didn't know how to handle it, right? He's totally fucked up, right?
Hey, Carlos,
man, dude.
Cut him.
Hey, get off. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he did a song. You know what I'm saying? He's fucking like, okay, hey, get off. So I think maybe the 24/7 Hustlers or somebody had went up and did that little shit.
Monster,
you know?
Monster, you remember that? Monster, that's my Monster.
Monster remembers that shit. Man, dog, that shit was hilarious, dude. I just remember that. That was one of my favorite. On the road, somebody had asked me, how was it on the road with Carlos? I said, man, we used to do some dope ass shows, but we was a lot of shit. I remember that particular
show because, like I said, we would have Crown. I had a Crown, and I would carry about a fifth or at least a pint, right? And you know, we would wear baggy clothes, right? We had baggy ass. So I remember I would get on stage and I would have the Crown in my pants, like right here, you know, and I'd be walking around doing the show. And I would turn around, you know, while I'm doing the show, turn around and take a sip, you know, and that day, like I said, we were drinking, so I was getting a little bold. So I'll never forget, I was pulling it out and pouring it into people's cups in the front, in the front of the stage. And I can't remember if Carlos was like, cut that shit out. That was when Carlos was up there, you know, we were up there together. Or I might have been doing a song by myself, maybe.
Monster said he helped out. He jumped in on the stage. He just said it right now. He helped out. Everybody jumped in to try to help that nigga, man. Man, dude, I'll never forget that fucking night, man. That shit was the most funniest shit.
That's how Monster got on. That's how Monster got on the stage. That's how they got on and did their thing. Man, I believe it, bro. I believe it, man. It's funny shit. That show. That was a classic ass show. More shit happened, obviously, after that. It actually turned out to be a real good show. San Antonio always showed love. Man, I forgot the guy. There's a black dude that was at the radio station over there. Real cool black dude. He actually used to take us down to Mexico and take us to the border towns with San Antonio, because we would go through Corpus and we go down all the way straight to the valley. But I can't remember his name, man. But he would work at the radio station over there. He would always be there, and let me just tell you, it was just fun times over there in San Antonio throughout the years. I mean, that particular event, but forever, man. Good times, man. I'll never forget that, man. We had some good times. Sunset Station.
Good times.
You can't forget Sunset Station. Sunset
Station's live. San Antonio always showed us live. Giovanni, that was the dude's name. Giovanni, the limo driver. Giovanni. Hey, so real quick, you know what? I want to let them know right now, real quick, Grimm.
Yeah.
So you guys, man, you followers, man, tell us your stories. Hit us on the DM. In fact, we got a treat for you. We want to do this like at least one time each show if we can keep it going. I got my boy David Hinojosa. He's going to chime in, Paul. So I'd like for you to do is go ahead and chime out real quick. And I want you to go ahead and chime in, David. And I want you to tell us a story about, about our days at Aztecas and what you was telling me on the DM, man.
David will probably have to chime out with me. So get on out with me. And then get back in, and then it'll ask you to request. So let me jump on out, man. I'll be ready, man. I got a good story though. Just to go ahead and get out, Dave. But real quick before I leave, I got a cool story, man. And it ties in with the Washington Courtyard theme that we're going with, man. Don't forget, man. Bring your Washington Courtyard stories, and we want to hear them, man. We want to bring you guys in, just like we're gonna bring David in, but. I got a cool story that I want to tell after David goes. So I'm going to get out of here, man. I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to let David get back in, bro.
All right. While David's getting in, y'all, I just want to remind y'all, man, you got to go to the Perfect Choice Barbecue, man, right there across the street from Chavez High School. Man, Rick Torres is doing it big, you know what I'm saying? Cooking turkey legs. Every day is a different meal, you know what I'm saying? And then we got Elijah Casio. He's with the Taste of Heaven. If you don't know who he is, he's the youngster, you know what I'm saying, that bakes, you know what I'm saying, to help his mom pay the bills, man. That's just real life, for him and everything like that. So y'all just, keep it real, you know what I'm saying, and go hit those boys up. If you're not, just look for them on Facebook. Also, man, if you need your jewelry, wear, or anything, man, just go ahead. I'm clicking you in, David. Just go ahead and, just go to @Mellow the Jeweler. He's got all your pendants. He's got all your grills and everything you need, man. What's up, David?
What's up, Shadow?
Man, chilling, man. David Hinojosa, man. Man, I appreciate you, man. You did what I asked, man, and you got in my DM and you told me a story about a very, very, very special person in my heart, which is Oscar Visoso. Rest in peace. We lost him last year, and I want to say a big salute and a big, shout out to his family, his pops, Juan, his mom Letty, and his brother Omar. You know what I'm saying? But I already kind of set it up, David, so I'm gonna just let you go ahead and rip it, man. Tell me your story, bro.
Yeah, man, it was Oscar Visoso's birthday at Aztecas, right? And, me and my boys, we always go over there and, hang out with him and all that. And so we went, I think, we got there pretty early. And the DJ was late. The DJ didn't even arrive, man. I was like, what the hell? So, it's known, you know what I'm saying? My boys know that I carried this big old binder full of CDs, you know what I'm saying? Like a real thick one. Like, like the 5-star binders.
Yeah.
But it was a CD binder or whatever. But, man, I had all kinds of stuff. And so
man,
they knew
good.
that. So they asked me, you know what I'm saying? They're like, Oscar asked me, hey, man, can you DJ from till the DJ arrives? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, for sure, man, I got all kinds of music, you know what I'm saying? So, and mind you, this is the first time I ever, even DJ'd, you know what I'm saying?
No shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so, basically I got up there, Oscar showed me how to use the equipment, how to listen to the song before I play it while the other one's playing and all that. So, you know, I was just playing music that I listened to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was playing some Pac, some Biggie, you know what I'm saying? And actually, the crowd was fucking loving it. They're like, I ain't even expect that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, it was, the party was getting lit, and then I was like, okay, let me start putting on some dope house music, because I know Oscar, and I don't know how, but I mean, I know Oscar knew you guys somehow, but I ain't know like too much of it. And so I was playing some dope house music, you know what I'm saying? Stuff that I would listen to, and some stuff that's like for the club, or some stuff that nobody would even play on the radio or play at a party, you know what I'm saying?
I remember that. That was the dope thing about it. I was like, man, this dude is playing some dope ass shit like nobody really plays. And then, you know, and there was a mixed crowd, but it was more black. You know what I'm saying? It was more black, a lot of hint in there. But anyway, go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, so you know, actually I think I remember what song it was, but basically you know, the DJ finally came and it was time for me to leave or whatever, but Oscar came to me, he said, hey man, Shadow from Dope House wants to meet you. And I thought he was lying. I thought he was just playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, no way, man. Like, you know, he pointed you out over there at the corner of the bar. And I was like, you know, all right, that is him. You know what I'm saying? And like, I always looked up to you, like, cause I used to make beats too, and I looked up to you as a music producer. You know what I'm saying? Like, like shit, like, yeah, man. And I used to like listen to your beats and like reverse engineer them. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so so we went and I met you. I was like, damn. I was a little nervous, but still, you know what I'm saying? Like you was cool as shit. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking about music and all that, and you was telling me that you was just chilling. You heard one of your beats, and you were like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, fucked my head up. You know what I'm saying? Because you was playing shit that nobody was playing, and I remember, you know, I want to say that it was, you know, it was either a Follow My Lead. It was, I don't remember exactly which one it was, but I was like, who the fuck is this DJ playing? Does he know I'm in here? You know what I'm saying? Is he trying to do it? You know, but. I remember you and I remember this because I remember, a lot of people don't know, but I remember a lot of stories, and I remember meeting you, and we actually went to Oscar's white car, you know what I'm saying, and he had a nice little system. Of course, we were over there, we were smoking, and Joey Tobias was with us, the guy that has the Dope House tatted on the back. I remember you mentioning that, and I remember that, and that's why I remember it. I'm like, you know what, I do remember that shit, and you were like, yeah, man, I make beats, man. I fuck with Fruity Loops. And I started laughing, dude. I was like,
everybody laughs when I tell them I make beats on Fruity Loops. And they laugh, but I'm like, just wait till you listen to it.
Yeah. No, I mean, nothing against Fruity Loops, but me, you know, like I was telling you, I'm more MPC, more old school, you know what I'm saying? And nowadays, it is about Fruity Loops or Reasons or, you know, clicking the mouse, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But I remember you had some dope music, and I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, looking up to me and reversing or, you know, analyzing my beats and trying to figure out how, you know, that's what I used to do back in the days. I would listen to other, you know, producers. Yeah, man. I would listen to Dre's shit. I would listen to, you know, Shock G shit, you know what I'm saying? And I would try to reverse, you know, produce it and say, how did they do this? How did they sample that? You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's how, you know, I used to do my beats. So when you were telling me that, I thought that was dope. You know, that's what it takes. You know, it takes dedication, and you had that dedication, and I could see it in your eyes. You know, let me ask you this: do you still have that book of CDs?
Actually, man, it's a long time ago, but I'm a kind of dude that keeps up with the times, man. So everything's digital now. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Shit, I don't have half the CD. I got like spools of CDs, and they're just in there. I'm never gonna listen to them again. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a digital world, man. But secondly, I wanted to ask you: do you still work on beats? You know what I'm saying? Are you still mastering the Fruity Loops?
Well, I mean, it's been a while. My computer got fucked up and shit. So, I mean, I don't necessarily make beats as much as I want to, but, you know, I've been feeling, you know, a little inspiration, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna get my computer fixed, man. I'm pull that shit out, you know what I'm saying? And I still, like, I learned a lot of stuff on Fruity Loops, you know, and
most definitely.
A lot of, I mean, it takes a long time to really get what it's provide, like everything that you can do with it. It takes some time to actually, you know, learn it. But so I mean, I learned a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna pull it out, man, and I'm gonna show you some shit I got.
Man, well, I really want to get with you. I really want to meet you. We've met already once before, but let's get back. You know what I'm saying? I know it's been some time. I appreciate your story, man, and you being the first story that we're ever gonna do like this, and I want to continue to do this, man. It's an honor that you brought up, you know, one of our best friends, Oscar Visoso. I'm sorry. May him rest in peace. And I salute you, man. And I thank you, man, for just taking the time out and sharing your story, bro.
Hey, man, no problem, man. It's been an honor. Like, if you think about it, back then when we was just hanging out, smoking, listening to beats, never thought that we would be like, you know, on the live talking about something that we were just chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. Man, we'll keep tuned in, man. I know you're going to stay in the room, you know what I'm saying? But, man, dude, once again, man, thanks again. And hit me up, dude. Hit me up anytime you want to go, and we'll knock out some beats together, man. We'll make something happen.
I appreciate that, man. I'm going to pull my shit out. I'm going to get my shit ready, and I'm going to fuck with you, dog.
Cool. All right, man, David. We'll holler at you, man. Bet. Thanks a lot, man. Peace.
No problem.
Paul, we're going to chime back into you, man. David's going to pull out. Man, once again, thank you so much, man. All you fans, all you followers, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, keep it tuned in. And go ahead, David. Go ahead, knock out so Paul can come back in, man.
All right, shout out to Grimm, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you want to shout out anybody real quick? Anybody?
Well, I guess, I don't know if he's on here, but I fuck with People Too Real. So hopefully he sees this and we can talk about it, and maybe we can all do something. You know what I'm saying?
Cool, man. Much love, David. Much love.
All right, man. Much love. Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Man, so you already see it right there, man. You hit me up, man. Tell me your stories. There's this dude who comes in every now and then. His name is HTX Martinez. He shared a dope-ass story, man, with you know what I'm saying, that he met my brother at Danny Raquel's house. And it's a story about the song Low Life. You know what I'm saying? So, man, we pay attention. Hit us in our DM. Tell me your stories. Tell me your Washington courtyard stories if you ever had the chance to go out there. Any story. I mean, whatever it is about, you know, our music, dope house music, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, Salty Water, any kind of music back in the 90s when we was coming up with all the people that was coming in, Baby Bash, Juan Gotti, Low G, Rashid. Tell us your stories, man. We want to share them. We want to put you on live. We just want to put it on blast. You know what I'm saying? Grimm, what you want to do? You want to come on in? I think Grimm, man, he said he hollered at Bash. What's he talking about, man? Let us know what's going down. Man, at the same time, man, I just want to keep it real and just, you know, remind everybody, man, that it's Memorial Day weekend. And we want to bust a big shout out and a salute to all our forces. You know what I'm saying? The Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marines. And we want to thank them all for their sacrifice and their service, man. So drink one for them and salute, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. I love all y'all come in. Daniela Perez, I'm going to put a Grimm back in. All y'all. Jorge, the promoter, salute. Rogelio, I see you, Rogelio. Hold up, man. I'll tell that story one time, man. Hold up, man. It was about the cave. Man, what's up, Grimm? Man, how'd you like that story, man?
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I got memories over there. I got many memories. Dad, man, we used to get tore up with Dad over there.
He was the one that he was the original Aztec warrior, Azteca's warrior, man. He was the one that showed us those margaritas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Dad. I remember getting, like I said, man, those some good times, man. And I miss now hearing the story, man, and seeing the story.
What's up, baby? Bash. Bash is here.
I was getting re-familiar, man. Bash joined. Hey, I was gonna say, man. So Bash just joined. Hey, right on, Bash. Let me jump out, man. I was just hollering at him, and I was telling him about the Washington courtyard stories. And I know I got stories, but I know he's got some good stories too. So, hey, Bash, I'm gonna go ahead and jump out, and then we'll jump out together and get the request, man, and do it right, man. So let me jump out real quick and let's see if Bash can give us some of them good.
For sure, man, for sure. This is beautiful, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is.
I'll get with y'all a little bit later. If it don't work, Bash, just jump back out and jump back in, and it'll send that request. But we'll get it right, man. All right, right on, Bash.
He said let him roll this joint. He's rolling the joint. That boy baby Bash, you ain't got that pre-roll. Oh, I see only Juan V joined in. What's up?
V's in the house.
You know what? Juan Villarreal, man. I met his son yesterday, D-Real, man, and I got his what's up, fucker? He said, what's up, fuckers? Hey, man, and Juan, I want to get with you, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen that birdie you did the other day when you was on the golf course,
we
man.
Gotta get Juan on, man. Juan, we got to get you on one day, too. If we can't get you tonight, we'll get you again, man. We got to get you But I'm gonna jump out here in a minute, man. I know. Bash is gonna let us know when he's done rolling the joint, and then as soon as he's done rolling, we'll both jump out. Man, maybe I can tell my little story real quick, man.
Hurry up!
While Bash is open. So I got my little story, man. Talking about Memorial Day weekend. So we used to stay at the Washington courtyard, and I never forget, man. So I used to go back and forth to the dope house when we were recording. And one of the times I went back to go get a quick shower and shit. And Juan lived there, and Coletta was living there, and I can't remember if Bash was living downstairs already. But if not out of the damn, he was already got a house. But I went back and took a quick shower, and I left, turned my lights off, everything, right on, man. I appreciate that. And so when I got back to the studio, because we used to have to take care of getting the studio, or somebody to jump in here, right? If I left too long. So I got back real quick, and Juan, I guess, thought I was still there. So, and we used to have some freaky shit going on over there at them apartments, man. Because, what people didn't really know was that land where the apartments were there, it was actually a part of the cemetery, Memorial Cemetery, off of what is it?
Memorial Drive. It's called the Washington Cemetery.
Memorial Drive, Washington, and Sylvan. Is it Sylvan right there?
Right.
Well, that piece of land where they had built an antique shop and they built apartments there. I know there's another spot there now, but that was actually the cemetery land.
Had spirits. Yeah.
That was actually the cemetery land, right? So, and then they built the apartments and we lived there and everything, and some freaky shit used to go on. The water used to go on and the lights was flicker off and on. And anyway, so one night I went over there, took a quick shower, went back to the studio, and before I know it, Juan's texting me or calling me. And I get on the phone, what's up, man? He was like, hey, are you in the room? He thought I was still in the house. And I was like, nah, I'm not in the house. Nigga, I'm at the studio. So he goes, nah, tell me you're in the room. Please tell me you're in the house.
I'm so chill.
Nah, bro, I'm not in the house, man. I'm recording. I'm over here at the jar. And he goes, man, the water's going on in the lights. I can see under the door, because he used to lock my door, right? He's like, I can see that the bathroom light is going on, or maybe my room light or whatever. And he was telling me that this was actually happening. I was like, goodness, I thought it was bullshit, man. I wish we had one on, but yeah, man. So that was some of the freaky shit that would happen at so I got ghost stories, man. I got plenty of ghost stories.
Oh man, quick. One time I had a ghost story. There was a girl that was chilling. Courtyard? Yeah, there was a girl that was chilling. One of the guys had a girlfriend that was chilling. She had brought her little boy with her. You know what I'm saying? And it was one time over there, and I can't remember who it was. But there was a dude there, one of the artists, and he brought his chick. You know what I'm saying? And we was chilling in the back in your room, and we was talking about what we was gonna do, working in the studio. And his girl was sitting with us, and the little boy walked to the living room. And next you know, we hear the little boy talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, having a conversation.
Was I there? Of course, I wasn't there.
No, you weren't there. And so the girl, my homeboy's girl, she was like, she paid attention to her little boy, and she looked over there and she saw her little boy, so she walked over there you could hear like, who are you talking to? You know, like, you know. And the little boy was saying, oh, I'm talking, you know, this little boy is talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, bro?
You know, there was nobody in there, bro. There was nobody in there. So the girl, man, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. So the girl, man, was like, hey, she starts tripping. Hey, the girl was like, tripping. Hey, we need to go. We need to go. We need to go right now. And I was like, what's going on? You know, like, hey, dude, I don't know, but my girl's spooked, man. Something's up. You know what I'm saying? Then she was telling us what happened. I was like, oh, shit. I said, yeah, we get that sometimes. Sometimes the water. She goes, no. We need to get out of here. They took off.
Hey, I know Rogelio's got some stories over there watching.
Yeah, Sergio just said that him and Selena and Doom one time walked to the cemetery one time. Because, man, there was a lot of stuff that would happen at the courtyard.
Well, you could just go to the back of the parking lot and literally, if you wanted to get up under the fence or go over the fence.
Yeah, you could go into the cemetery.
Go into the cemetery. And that's what made me kind of think, man.
There goes Bash.
All right, hey, Bash, I'm going to jump out. And then, or you can jump out with me and then get back in and get that request, man. All right, man. We'll see y'all in a minute, man. Bash, Washington Courtyard Stories, man. Give me a good one, man.
Yeah, Sergio, you're right. Didn't one Gotti split that apartment one time because he saw some shit at the apartment? Yeah, dude. Yeah, one time, I'm telling you, man, people would the water in the kitchen would turn on and off, you know, almost daily, and in the restrooms, and they would always say the lights would flicker, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So yeah, there was a whole bunch of different things going on in the Washington courtyards, man. We used to trip, you know, all the time, you know what I'm saying, and you know, it was a crazy place, man. I mean, we had so many people that either lived there, came by. I mean, it's down the street from the Jar. If you ever had a chance to go to the Washington courtyards, man, and just spend time with us, I mean, bro, we had so many damn parties, you know what I'm saying? It was stupid, you know what I'm saying? And, man, we stayed, I mean, every day was another event, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to appreciate everybody, man, for all these stories. Man, Juan Villarreal, you know what I'm saying? The infamous comedian from Southeast, you know what I'm saying? Baby Bash, go ahead and chime in, baby. I'm ready, man. Just hit me on that request, man. I can clock you in. Man, Juan V, I want to get with you. I want to get you on here. I want to get you on my vlog. If y'all don't know, I do have the Shadow of the OG TV on YouTube. Tune in. I have a few stories right now that's in there. And, you know what I'm saying? I know it's been a minute. I've been saying it. You know, I'm doing another show. That's one show I want to do is I want to get with Juan V. I want to tell him his stories when he was coming up, while we was coming up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Bash, you just, Paul, how does he request? How does he do the request, Paul? Hit him up. Let him know how he get in. You know what I'm saying? But we can do it right here at my crib. Juan, I can come to you, you know what I'm saying? Get my lapels and, you know what I'm saying? And we just tell some stories, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got so many. I really want to hit you up and I want to ask you that one time that we all did that show at Tequila's. Remember Tequila's Bar? And then Carlos was there. You know what I'm saying? Aggravated was there. You know what I'm saying? And Carlos wanted to go on last, but it was our show, and you did a badass. There you go, Bash. All right, I'm waiting on him. Yeah, man, Juan, we got to do that, man. We got to do that, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So, big time. Yay! What's up, baby? Bash is in the motherfucking house, man.
What up, Shadalinsky?
What's going down, clown? How you been, man? It's been a minute. When's the last time I seen you? Oh, Day of Unity.
Yeah, Day of Unity concert. That shit was lit.
That shit was lit. The speakers were tripping. Remember, I was going back and forth. Remember, the sound was tripping.
I'm glad you were there, too, because if you weren't there, you were saying, don't go on yet. This shit sounds fucked up. So don't go on yet.
Yeah. They had to get it right before you got on. I was making sure that you weren't going to get on there until you got it right. In fact, k-rino got on right before you, if I believe with my memory hits me. And he was acting right, and I was like, yeah, it's time. You can go ahead and hit that motherfucker. How you been, man?
There ain't nothing worse than a packed crowd, a show full of people packed out, and the sound's fucked up, dog. Ain't nothing worse. It's a horrible feeling, dog.
Yeah.
It's happened before, dog. The sound system will be so fucked up, dog. You up there dying. Like, fuck, man. It was bad, but they did get it, and I'm glad that you represented and you fucking did it. You killed the show as usual. You know what I'm saying? He showed a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? Day Unity to our boy Carlos on his birthday. And it all worked out, man. You know what I'm saying? It all fucking worked out, man. That was beautiful. Nah, it was good, man. You know I love you and your brother,
You guys been like some of my best friends for all these years. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, shit. Me and your brother lived together in Washington Courtyard.
Yeah.
Did you did you move in, or did sometimes you came to live?
I moved in after Paul moved to Dallas. When he moved to Dallas, I moved in. You know what I'm saying? I was going through little, you know, I was kind of single at the time. It was a bad time for me, but I ended up moving into his room. That was your room first, and then when you moved out, he took your room, and then when he moved out, I took his room, and I lived there with Milton Bradley and little Renee. Remember Renee?
Yeah, little Renee.
Yeah.
yeah. Damn, that Washington Courtyard apartment, man, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, man. In fact, I know you got stories. I know you got a story, a Washington Courtyard story, man. So if you got one, man, I would love to hear it.
Man, my Washington Courtyard story probably would be, remember the manager? Remember the fine manager?
Oh, yeah.
Remember her? She's the one that gave us that deal. That cheap deal, because we had some kind of deal. That's why when we met, we wanted to keep that rent the same price because it was a special deal. So
it was Section 8. Section 8. That's what it was.
It was something, but she hooked it up because I gave her a different 8. Almost 9. I gave her almost 9. I gave her Section 8.5.
Motherfucker. The soup can.
I had to do it for the team, dog.
You did that, man, because we kept that.
Grimm said was the best manager, dog. She was fine, too.
Hey, and but it was cool because the rent was super cheap, man.
Yeah, man.
And
thanks to me, dog. Thanks to my
hell yeah. 3-room bedroom, balcony with the fucking view, skyline of Houston.
For like 800 or 640 or something. Was it 640?
Nah, it was like 700, man, total. I think Paul knows. Paul remembers and shit.
Yeah, because Paul's the one that was paying the rent.
Hey, remember the lady across the street that would make them egg rolls for you? Remember her mom would come and she loved you, bro.
The Asian lady, remember? I forgot her name, but remember her daughter? She was always worried about her daughter.
She was always worried about her daughter living there and everything, but she saw you, and I don't know what you did, but every time you were there, man, she would just bring us a boatload of fucking egg rolls and shit. Remember that shit? And some food and shit.
She talked like this. Thank you, honey. And I didn't hit her. I never hit her nothing. I was trying to hit her nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, Griffin was $800. I'm up for a 3-bedroom.
For a 3-bedroom. Downtown area, Washington Courtyard, 2 blocks away from the motherfucking dope house, man. You couldn't get any better than that.
We cashed our checks at the fucking grocery store, right? I mean, the gas station right next door.
Right, yeah, the convenience store right there down the street.
We get our
no
checks,
shit.
Go right over and cash that check and pay $5.
That's crazy. No shit. I remember that shit, man. That shit is dope, man. Man, we got so many stories.
Yeah, that's right, Graham. It was $800 a month for 10 years, dog. It never went up, dog.
Damn. 10 fucking years.
$800 a month for that rent for 10 years. Damn, I gotta think of her name. What the fuck was her name? She was cool as fuck. God, I feel.
Man, that's crazy.
I gotta say thank you, man. I had a, you know what I'm saying? She gave us Section 8. I gave her Section 8.5.
Hey, real quick, man. I wanted to ask you, because I talked to Lucky Luciano not too long ago. I went on his podcast maybe about 4 or 5 months ago, and we ended up talking about, because I was telling him about the story about Follow My Lead, and how that's. I remember coming to the studio and you had wrote like 2 verses to it, and Carl was supposed to get on it, and I think that Lucky said that was the first time he met you. Was when y'all did that song.
Yeah, Follow My Lead. Mayday.
Yeah, Mayday.
I remember going to the studio. We smoked some good ass tree, and I kind of went in there. It was just a beat. There was nothing on it. There was no hook or nothing.
Right.
It was just a beat. And I went in there, and I just started going Mayday. Then you guys started laughing. You guys started cracking up. Then I go Follow My Lead. Mayday. When I said Mayday, all you guys started cracking up. You're like, I said, you like that? And that's how it was, and then it was Baby Bash. That's my handle. Money Mackin' Commando. That Money Mackin' Commando.
What's crazy is that I had sold that beat to D-Town. I had sold that beat that day. I had made it at the Dope House, and I had went to Cactus Square Records, and I had sold that beat, to D-Town for like, you know, Little Big and them and that crew, you know what I'm saying, with Ike Man over there.
Yeah,
and
you would have killed it too.
But look, I got back to the Dope House, and that's when you started doing that, you know, you would Mayday, Mayday. And I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's feeling this beat. And that, you know, at that time, you know what I'm saying, me and you hadn't done anything together. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted you to, you know, I wanted you to rock one of my beats, you know what I'm saying? And you was feeling that motherfucker, and you was like, and so you did a little 2 verses to it. And Lucky Luciano was sitting in the corner, and actually he came over because he was with Charles Chavez, and he was sitting there, and Bert was there.
Yeah, and I didn't know who song it was or anything. I just went in there and fucked around. And then Bert said, hey, little Lucky and that little youngster. And I said, yeah, go check it out. So we went in there, and I didn't expect what he did. That motherfucker went in there and killed it. I was like, who the fuck is this motherfucker?
Yeah.
And then from then on, he started coming. He was part of the Dope House, like right after that.
Yeah, dude. I want to say it was because of that song that you met Lucky for the first time, because he went in there on the freestyle. I think he was freestyling something, and you were like, yeah, go in there and do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he couldn't remember it was a freestyle, so he went in there and did a whole nother freestyle, and he fucking killed it.
I got a blonde hoe and con roll. I thought this motherfucker's hard.
Yeah, and man, that's one of my favorite. Everybody asks, a lot of people ask me, what's one of your favorite songs you ever did with Dope House? They always think it's High So High. Man, I don't, you know, that's one of my worst. I can't stand High So High. I just don't like the beat. But Follow My Lead, man, that was the parking lot slumper. You know what I'm saying? That bitch was just, you wrecked that bitch.
Did we get to mix that right, or did we ever get to mix that right?
Man, we never mixed anything right, man. We always, right? Man, it would be an unfinished song every time, you know what I'm saying? And Carlos would just put it on the album. That went on the Purity album.
My favorite song they were doing was probably Ooh Wee.
Yeah, they just said it right now. Savoya, La Motorola. Now, Ooh Wee was a dope. In fact, that should have been the single.
That's what I told him. That's what I said. After the first single, I said, man, it should be Ooh Wee, dog, because Master P didn't come with Ooh Wee yet. It was, remember Master P came about a year later with Ooh Wee.
Right.
And I was like,
yeah, and see,
put Ooh Wee up. But Ooh Wee wasn't mixed right.
Yeah, that's another one that was never finished. All my beats that I ever did at Dope House were never finished beats, and High So High included. But I remember when you did Ooh Wee, man, like, I was in love with that track. That was another track that I was so happy to do with you, because you were the hook master. You know what I'm saying? You would come up with hooks, and you were just like a beast, man. You all right? Let me get you some. When you came out with that Ooh Wee, man, that was the shit, bro. That was the shit. But they went with Oh My My, and that was the same night that we went on that motherfucking mountain when Tootie said to go straight to Silver City, and we went up that fucking mountain and almost died and shit. Remember we were on that fucking tour bus? That was that same day, bro. Carlos fell asleep, and they kept calling, what do y'all want? What do y'all want for the single? What do y'all want? And then they went with Oh My My, which, you know, shout out to Happy P, you know what I'm saying, and all that.
Yeah, that was a dope song too, but at the time it should have been Ooh Wee, I believe.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
But the crazy thing is I was on both of them, so really it didn't matter.
Yeah, no shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in fact, I got in the video, and we did the video to Oh My My the same day that Screw passed away.
Yeah.
And it was a sad day.
Carlos was sad the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. You can't see it on the video, man, but yeah,
man?
we was.
Is that Juan V? Juan Villarreal?
Yeah, that's Juan Villarreal. Yeah, I talked to his son yesterday. Yeah. He been here all the time.
You gotta come to this. I was in the studio today. I go back to the studio on Wednesday, though.
Where at? Which one?
Bruce, bang, yang.
Oh yeah. Fat Texas used to be over there. That's, you know what? I talked to Tony Montana yesterday, man. In fact, I got a song, an album that I'm doing, Hustletown Underground Part 2. I'm trying to get everybody on that bitch, man. If you could bless me with a hook or something, that would be lovely. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course I will, man. For $5,000, I got you. Just send the beat, or you got to figure out. We got to figure out how to get together and do just send me the beat, or I just do a quick 12. You know what I mean? What you want? Just a verse?
Yeah, cool. 12.
I probably got to put the hook down too.
Yeah, man, that would be lovely, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you take Lone Star card, man, you know what I'm saying? I got you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? We do that all day.
I got you. Whenever you need something from me, bro, you know I got you, bro.
I appreciate that love, man, for real. I'm gonna get your email, and I'm gonna send I'll meet you. You know what I'm saying? If I have to, I'll meet you at the studio over there, Bruce Baines. You know what I'm saying? At iMix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, not to mention also, you be doing that stuff with Danny Trejo, those oldies.
Called Soldy.
Sold, okay. Yeah. My homeboy, he's at my job, you know what I'm saying? His name is Roberto. Man, he's a lowrider, dude. And I told him about what you was doing, and he would love to have a copy, man. Just shoot me a couple of copies, man. If you could sign it, man, for him, that would be even more better.
If you got a lowrider? Yeah. Well, right now he's got a Jeep, you know what I'm saying? But but yeah, man, shoot, man, I've always been listening to you and you know, watching everything that's been going on, you know what I'm saying? You know, I keep following you, you know what I'm saying, with everything. How much weed did I used to bring in my balls on the airport? How much weed?
Oh my God. About a quarter pound.
Before they start doing at the airport, before they start doing the check downs, I used to come with my balls, about a pound of weed in my ball on the airport.
I believe that.
Right when I land in Houston, I go to all the weed heads were there waiting for me. Oh, Bash coming to town? Oh, we gonna be at the dope house waiting, and we was smoking out.
Damn. Yeah, I remember that, man. I remember that one time, but Big Bert
you still
was
smoke or not? You stop or no?
Man, the only reason I don't smoke is because I work, bro. But let me tell you, man, I got an eighth of some good shit that man, you know, I've never been to Vegas, right? I went to Vegas for my birthday, this past birthday. Never been to Vegas in my life. So my dad went with me, and my dad bought me an eighth, you know what I'm saying? And I still got it in my jar, man.
I love your dad, dog. Your dad's a savage.
Hell yeah.
I love
he bought me
I love the dad stories.
Oh my God, man, the Phantom. We call him the Phantom. You know what I'm saying? I'm Shadow, that's Grimm, and that's the Phantom. You know what I'm saying?
Say what's up to the Golden Bong Award.
What's up with the Golden Bong Award? Who is that?
The Golden Bong Award, it's like a marijuana award thing.
Man, where's that at?
The Golden Bong. Guess what I got?
Yo.
Guess what I got?
What you got?
The Golden Dong.
The Golden Dong Award.
I give a lucky people the Golden Dong Award. They trying to give away the Golden Bong Award.
The Golden Bong Award. Man, so what does that mean? So the best weed in the house or what? I mean,
they got the best, the best exotic, the best strain, the best the best booze, the best everything. They go through all kind of shit.
Oh shit! No shit.
You know what I mean? The best hybrid.
It's like
sativa, the best indica. They go through all kinds of best wax, the best
dap, everything. Damn. It's like lowriders. The best Ramfla, the best boxcar, the best fucking oldie, the best fucking motorcycle and shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
I give out the Golden Dong Award.
Fucking man.
Females who are cool, who don't be fucking acting up. You know what I'm saying? All that good shit. Look at this mother. What up? Say what's up to him, Shadow.
What's up, man? I've been watching everybody in here. Des Madre, hello, man.
You see the Golden Bong? You see him?
I see a Golden Bong Award. Man, God dog, what did he put on the fucking eggplant? He put on the eggplant. You know what I'm saying? Flip the switch. Flip the switch, man. That's my producer, man. We call him Matches. You know what I'm saying? He's letting me know it's 9:52, Bash. We're going to close this out with you. You know what I'm saying? We only got about maybe 5 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? So, Juan Can too. What's up, baby? That's my boy, man, right there. My work partner. Tommy G's in the house. There goes Tommy G.
The fire department.
There goes Tommy G. Tommy G, Salty Water.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
LA in the house.
LA, JVZ, Vazian. Hit a flow, Bash. She say hit a flow, Bash. Bash.
What's that mean, hit a flow? Rap?
Yeah, you know how it is.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
You...
I'm not listening to acapella shit. I'm not
Hey, tell us your favorite SPM song.
Too many things. Look, that wannabe love too many things.
Too many things going on. Not enough. Man, hold up, man. What about I Hit It Twice last night?
That's one of my favorite songs, dog. Too many things. Very underrated. Too many things. Very underrated song, but a great video.
Yeah, you did that one with Grimm. I remember when y'all did that video. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Killed it. Grimm verse is so fucking hard, dog.
Yeah. I remember when y'all was on that Metro bus. Who was that chick, man? She's on the TV now.
Coco, that was one of my favorites.
Coco. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Coco was on that song.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Crazy Lady was Russell Lee, right?
Crazy Lady was Russell Lee. Russell Lee's doing good too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Russell's dope.
Savage Dreams. Miyagi said Savage Dreams. You know what I'm saying? Only Juan said let's redo it. Let's redo Too Many Things. Is that what he said?
Yeah, but I probably can't do it. It was on my.
Hey, so are you doing any more music, or are you just like more into the what are you pushing now?
I got the store in Houston, Organic Crime. You go to organiccrime.com if you want the best flavors, the best exotic CBD. You know that our CBD looks like real bud. Straight, we got different flavors. If you go to organiccrime.com, it'll calm you down. You won't get high. It don't show up in your work. It don't show up in your.
That's what I need.
CBD, and they just found out that cannabis is helping fight the COVID-19. You know what I mean? So there's nothing but benefits. There's no negativity to CBD. Nothing negative could happen to CBD. Nothing.
Right.
Only positive. So organiccrime.com. Try it. If you don't like it, okay, you tried it, but I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Man, I'm gonna do that, man.
Organiccrime.com.
Organiccrime.com. Write it down, engrave it in your brain, man. You know what I'm saying? We keep it real. We keep it live right here on Grimm and Shadow TV. You already know. You seen Baby Bash, man. I mean, we doing it with the real killers, the real monsters in this game. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing it for a long time. Baby Bash, you one of my best friends.
I never forget about my friends, dog.
Yeah, I know that. You're one of the most down to earth, motherfuckers that I met in my life. You know what I'm saying? You've never got a big head or nothing with all your success, and I just salute you on that, bro. You just always kept it grounded. You know what I'm saying? Feet on the ground, and you're one of the dopest motherfuckers I ever met. I'm so glad that Carlos met you in Colorado somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
We were in Espanola, New Mexico.
Oh, that's right, Espanola, New Mexico. I remember him bringing you, and he. No, I wasn't there. I was always in the motherfucking studio. You know, he kept me in that dungeon, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, when you came, I told him, I said, man, that's your dynamic duo right there, man. Y'all gonna do some serious shit together. And when you came with those hooks, Wiggy Wiggy was your first one you came with.
Dude,
I remember we went to Dallas.
You were there when I met him with you. You kept saying, man, Carlos wants to make this song like a killer gangster song. I said, man. And we were just fucking around, remember? We were on the way to Dallas, and Carlos was in the back of the Ford Explorer, you know what I'm saying, doing his little do, and we had those little chirps. They were like, and you were like, hey, man, this can't be no gangster song. We're going to do this week. And we started flipping back and forth, and you were saying different one. I know I came up with the one where I said, have you ever bought a TV from Dope Fiend Willie? Yeah.
And you were like, you started cracking up. You're like, that's what I'm talking about right there. We just do a bunch of those.
And then when Carlos came in, he wanted to compete too. Everybody wanted to get their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you really look 60? But you real still fucking when you're way past 60.
Wiggy, 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 wiggy. It was supposed to be like 4 of them, But it was so many of them that you were like, man, we just, at the end of the song, we just end the song with all of them, you know what I'm saying? And man, that was a fucking genius fucking move, bro.
Do you fuck a thick bitch even if she isn't pretty?
Wiggy, 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 wiggy. Man, that shit was fucking hard, fool. I remember that on the way to Dallas, man, when you made that song up, man. That's when I knew, I was like, this dude right here is fucking, you know, he's something special, you know what I'm saying? You had it.
Changed my life. When you blew up, I had no, because remember I was going back and forth. Remember I was going back and forth. California, I was going back and forth all the time, remember? But when Wiggy blew up, I couldn't leave no more because there was nothing but shows.
That's it.
Every fucking weekend, so I was like, man, I gotta post up. So once Wiggy blew up, that was it.
Man, Bash, I appreciate you coming on here, man. Our hour's coming down to, we're gonna be out of here in 2 seconds. We gotta have you back on. You got way too many stories, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't mind, just keep in touch with us, man. Keep, you know, if you can, tune in. And whenever you tune in, man, you just ask us, you request to go live with me. And dude, it's a pleasure to have you on, man. I appreciate all the love, and I appreciate you just chilling with, you know, the Grimm and Shadow show, man. Man, I appreciate that.
All right, man, follow at me. Talk to y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
All right,
love
Grimm.
you, bro.
All right, love you, man. All right, Grimm. Holla at you. Grimm.
Man, and that's how we do it, you know what I'm saying? We do it right here at the Grimm Shadow show. Bash just chimed in. You see how we do it. We got fans calling in. We got Grimm, you know what I'm saying, on the thing. We telling these stories. I appreciate all the love that y'all been hollering at us. We do the power hour, you know what I'm saying? If we could, we would go on and on and on and on and on, you know what I'm saying? We got a bust of shout out to Hustletown Network. We got a bust of shout out to Infamous Tex, man. He's doing it so real. Just keep it tuned in to Hustletown Network for all these episodes that he's posting to keep them archived. You can get them here on my IGTV. And man, just show love to all your friends, to all your family, man. This is what's up, man. Every Saturday, 9 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? We do it like this. Next time we're gonna have Juan V. We're gonna try to get Juan Villarreal, the famous Southeast comedian from Houston. We're gonna get him in here, and we're gonna do it live, man. Once again, we never gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. I got 28 more seconds to go, man. Share the love, show it down, keep it live, keep it subscribed. Shout out to OGTV, the Grimm and Shadow show right here on IG. You know what I'm saying? And once again, it's on, baby. I love y'all. Peace out to everybody. We love you. We'll see you next week.